Welcome back to Unfiltered with Reyes and Victor. My name is Alfonso Reyes. I go as MD Warrior or Muscular Dystrophy Warrior, and my co-host.
Is me, Victor Guerra, Victor the Inspiration, known online.
Okay, last time we had some te technical difficulties, I think, on my podcast as well. But this time I structured something easy. I wanted the title. You guys like can see 16 years of friendship. This is our story, Unfiltered. Also, we're gonna start off with a prompt question, three prompt questions about our friendship, and then we'll end it with three rapid fire questions.
Ooh, I love it.
All right, first question that you're gonna answer first because you're the co-host. How
Okay.
did we meet and what were our first impressions of each other?
Yeah, this is actually a good one. Funny story is I was on home studies for my fifth and sixth grade year because I had a
Okay.
severe back surgery and things like that. So I was on home studies quite extensive. So because I was on home studies, I went to junior high school, seventh and eighth grade year at Sharona's middle school. And I'm nervous. The only people I've been around, that were my age were just like my cousins and of course my siblings. So I had no friends. I'm entering a brand new school and I'm completely alone. I don't know anyone. So get off the bus and I see Alfonso and he's shy, he's timid, or not timid, but he's shy and he's in the corner, just doing his own thing. So the day goes on a little bit and now it comes to lunch, which is recess for our first day. And I see Alfonso again by himself and he's keeping to himself. And I ended up approaching him. Me being me, I grew up in a very big family. So I'm a very social person. You know, you grow up in a big family, you have to be social. You know, there's no other way around it, especially in a Mexican household. So I went up to Alfonso and I was like, hey, do you want to race? And he was like, yeah, sure. You know, he was up for it. And ever since then, we just been staying together and writing ever since. So my first impression was this kid is shy, but I'm definitely going to break him out of that shell. And it has been my mission to make him and break him outside of that shell. And I think I did a
But
successful
I'm
job.
here on YouTube. They'll be like, "How is he on YouTube?"
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna ask.
Yeah, and now he's on YouTube. So I don't take credit for that, of course, but it's all you. But yeah, it's really cool to see him much more social now and really get outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah, you should Sunnyside. Yeah, I went to my old high school today, and yeah, let's say I talked with a lot of people, a lot of different opportunities for both of us. I
Yeah.
got. I'm like, it was cool to see like different opportunities come up during my visit at Sunnyside.
I want to bring that up too with you as well. You know, for someone who is shy or maybe be in similar circumstances, maybe they too are in a wheelchair or not, and they're shy, what advice would you have for them? Like, what helped you?
I think it was more like I talked about it in a different video on my main channel, Muscular Dystrophy Warrior. That's where it's a little more deeper, more personal. I say it was like I was more like isolating myself because I always felt like I didn't really fit in, because I was like, if I say one wrong thing, it's over for me because it's his disability and stuff. So I'll say don't really focus on the disability, focus on your hobby, and the right people will connect with you. Doesn't matter you have the disability or not.
Yeah, that's so, so true, and sometimes I mean, like, there's always going to be environments where we feel like we don't belong or we feel like the outsider or anything, and sometimes more so when you have a disability. I can't speak for everyone, but
Yeah.
if you have a disability, sometimes you kind of feel like the outsider or the one who doesn't fit
But
in.
I want to add one more thing. College really helped me meet a lot of people, especially now that I interview people. You guys, I've met some wonderful, wonderful people. Even right now, I'm on Facebook groups with Muscular Dystrophy. I have met a lot of wonderful people on there. Different people, different struggles, same one goal, trying to survive muscular dystrophy, basically. So, yeah, even though I wasn't that social now, I'm like, I met a lot of great people.
Yeah. Did you know anyone like at city or state where maybe they're like in some form of advocacy groups?
Honestly, no. Sadly,
Okay.
no, I didn't know. Sadly, no. Right now, like, I can probably find somebody, Instagram somehow. profiles, they have to do content, maybe I can find someone.
Yeah.
So I'm working on it. So yeah. Going back to Sunnyside felt great, that place made me grow as a person. So going back felt great.
From like reflecting from that experience, like reflecting from freshman you to the you that went into Sunnyside Gates today, like what do you think is different about the two?
Man, I think I'm more wiser, more confident in myself. I'm a little
Yeah.
more wiser, a little bit more wiser. I mean, like I'm dangerous with that. We could just say, oh man, the last few years I've been through a lot, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of crazy stuff, like personal stuff. And
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't the right way to handle certain situations, but I did it my way. Even though I was in the right call, maybe at times. But
Oh,
going
oh,
back, it felt great. Like I felt like I always think about like if I go this version, went back to high school, I don't think I'll graduate. I don't really think I'll be too doing too well at school.
can you elaborate a little bit more about what do you mean by more confidence? Like what drives that confidence?
Confidence. I mean, I learned that like I mentioned earlier, the right people, you know, as long as you can just, the right people will find you. You don't have to fit in every place, the right people will find you. Doesn't matter how, if you're with or without a disability like you guys, I found you and your sister. Even
Mhm.
though I wasn't the most talkative, you guys always found a way for me you always try to help me out, both of you guys. So like, it made me realize that I can find people, I can meet people, like today I met a lot of the new staff that were former students. Like when I went to, I know I mentioned in the other video, remember when I went to where they have the physical therapy things, right?
Yeah.
One of the teacher, he was a student there when I was a student. And he was like, no, Miss Anderson, our new principal was like, oh, Alfonso went to, he was a senior when you were a sophomore. So I introduced myself. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, now I'm working here. So I met like three people that were students during our time that now they're staff.
Who's that? I'm curious. Do I know him or no?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
Wow.
no, nobody mentioned us, honestly. Nobody knew us.
Yeah. That's
Because
really
they were
cool.
like our lower level. So it was nice meeting people. I was like, it's nice, it was nice meeting them. Have seen like people who were, during our time, freshmen, sophomores, seniors, not senior, it was mostly freshmen, sophomores,
Yeah.
being there, being back, but not as students, but as staff.
That's really, really cool. Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
and me and my sister, we always tried to like like I don't want to use the word forcefully, but we always try to like
encourage,
include him, of course, like when we do certain things or whatnot.
encouragement,
And yeah,
encouragement. I think
encourage. I like the word encourage. Yeah, thank
yeah,
you for that.
I was thinking, right? And I'm like, hold on, let me wait before Victor. It
That,
takes a
that,
while.
that's a better word for it. But we always encourage him like, no, let's do this, or hey, come on, we always tried our best to really get him
But you
not
guys
so
did
much
your
out of his
best.
comfort zone, but really help him, like be included and
Yeah,
not
but
not
you
feel
guys
left
did.
out.
Yeah, you guys did help, now I'm doing YouTube. So it
Yeah.
was nice to see. I'm like, can they hire me? I was like, can they hire me as security at Sunnyside?
Can you
I mean,
imagine?
I'm like, you guys are already hiring both students. They can hire me.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, you know what? I actually let's touch on that a little bit. So, like,
Okay, go for it.
are you serious about like hiring you? And if you were, what is your idea of like what it is you would like to do?
Making sure that everything is in order.
In what way? Like for the classes, teachers, students,
Probably
events.
students, making sure all the students are going to class, nobody wandering around doing
Yeah,
illegal stuff. We can just be like trolling basically.
yeah. So if this was a resume and you're publicly doing a resume here, I'm gonna interview let's do this like a little bit of an interview style.
All
Is
right.
why do you think what skill sets do you have or experience that you think makes you suitable for the job?
I have speed. I have
You,
speed.
you said speed?
I mean, come on, I can get there faster than you guys. I don't know how fast that golf cart goes.
He's like, you see, you walk to the area. See? I drive to the area. We both
I mean, I take a
understand time
shortcut. I go
differently.
off road. I don't think your golf cart can go off road.
That's
I mean, I don't
funny.
know. I don't know how fast it goes. I don't know if you know
Yeah. A golf cart?
the golf cart thing
Like
that they
a
use.
111 miles an hour.
Dude, yeah, right. I
Can you
think you get
imagine?
there fast.
That'd be crazy. Probably
Yes,
like
that.
50, probably like 13, 15 miles an hour, something like that.
All right, then. All right, all right. All right, let's go to the next question.
Mm.
What have we learned from each other over the 16 years? If anything, if there's nothing, we have to go back to the last topic and then
Oh
we
no,
go to the.
there's definitely a lot of stuff. I mean, to go through 16 years and not learn a single thing would be crazy.
All right, I'll start off. Okay, you took the other question away, but I'm like,
Okay.
maybe be more, accepting. See the negative into a positive. Like you always see negative things, you always turn negative things into a positive. I think that's what I've learned from you. Be a little bit more humorous.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If it wasn't for humor, I would not be anywhere near where I am today. Um, yeah, I would say one thing I learned is that friends really do become family. What I mean
In,
by
cer-
that is
in
like,
certain cases, I'll say.
yeah, in certain cases, but for the context of the question is, um, friends do become family. Like what I mean by that is like this guy has literally seen me go
Lowest point we can
being
say.
being not only a friend in class, because we had some classes together, not all of them, but we had some classes
Yeah.
together, and since seventh grade all the way up to senior year. And then he's seen me, like struggle with subjects like math and English and all these different things. And some suits, we were stronger with than others. And like he was a pretty good writer, and I was really good with numbers and math. I loved math, and we would help each other out.
Yeah, I think that's why I know how
Um,
to read certain script,
you,
make
you,
it
we
more
we would help each
effective.
other out we also played soccer together, so we would give each other encouragement and advice on what we could do differently
Guidance.
and do better at. And he's seen me literally be sick and show up in the hospital, taking the time, him and his parents, to come and visit me in the hospital a few times.
Yeah,
Um,
they did mention that. Miss Anderson remembers. So he's like, oh yeah, I remember Victor. She mentioned that too. Like, oh, we had to do something for him to be at graduation. That's why she remembered you. I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
that's him.
and
Even
so
Sunnyside remembers you still.
so a lot, and there's like a lot of different things. So he literally seen me go from like
Lowest point we can
the
say to
lowest
become.
point of my life, like literally the lowest point of my life. He stuck around throughout the entire process, the entire journey. He stuck around when there was a phase I was going through when I suffered a severe mental health collapse, and
Which I did
I
not
was,
know that was happening. I
yeah,
had to. I don't think I ever told you. I think I reached out to your police asking, is Victor okay? Is she still in the hospital? I think I asked her, but she
yeah.
didn't. Technically, she didn't tell me like what was going on. Which I know she didn't do it in a bad way. She was like, yeah, Victor probably would not want to see him.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I was just navigating a very,
Yeah,
very
so
dark,
that's why
turbulent season.
I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I should just reach out and see if she knows anything, if she can tell me anything.
Yeah. So, where I was going with that is, it was a season where I was distant with not just him, but like literally everyone. So,
Everyone, so
and he
yeah, I
stuck around
wasn't.
and he stuck around, and, we
I
always,
reached out, like that tells you more. That tells you about our friendship,
yeah, it's just,
because I was
it,
fine. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I was kind of, because my mom has your mom's cell phone. Like, my mom was like, what if they're busy, with everything that's going on? Because I didn't know what to do. I reached out to messenger, text message, Instagram, Snapchat,
mhm,
email. Obviously, no, because I didn't really use my email like we do right now, with all the
yeah,
content. So I couldn't reach out there. So I basically reached out, and the only option I had was Alicia, basically your sister,
yeah.
which she didn't really tell me what was going on. She was like,
And
yeah, you can.
a lot of that season, or that like more so in the beginning stages, is a blur. Like there's so many things. Like obviously there's things that I do remember and I can recall as if it happened yesterday. But there's a lot of it that's like a blur. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know if it was the medication I was on or if I was just in a like what I was going through was just very traumatic. It was I don't know how to put it into words. I don't till this day. And but where I was going with this, back to his question, is there, stuck with me throughout the good, the bad, and the ugly, literally. You know what I mean? And you don't really come
Reaching out
across,
like everywhere, like you can tell, like I'm not exaggerating. Cause I didn't know what to do. Like I don't know, like what would I don't know. I think everybody who be in my situation probably would do the same thing
yeah, you don't come
because
across many friendships or relationships like that, so it's really,
yeah,
really
for
rare.
me, like the way I see it, I think this is like forever. You can have 1,000 friends, let's say. In reality, nobody's with you. They're only there when it's the good day, good times, good days. But
Yeah,
when the ugly days, the bad days, the lowest point, everybody leaves. And sometimes you realize, wait, I only have one person from all those thousands of people. Or sometimes I have zero, those people
yeah,
that I thought were there. But in reality, they were only there when it came to, the good times, not the bad times.
yeah. And but yeah, so he stuck around through it all, you know what I mean? And it's rare to come across relationships like that. So
Hmm.
one thing I definitely learned is that friends really do become family.
Yeah,
He
in my
when
case,
I was
you can.
navigating that season, he never
Mhm.
made me feel like he was judging me or anything like that,
No,
which is huge
because
when you're going through a season like that.
yeah, because I seen it. I seen a lot of things, bro. Like I don't talk about stuff at home. I seen a lot of personal stuff. My parents, we know a lot of people who have been through a lot of seasons, so I seen everything. A
Yeah.
lot of, I mean, I can't share because they're too. Some of them are too dark, too personal for the
Yeah, too personal.
persons that like. Yeah, I have an uncle that's been through a lot, like mentally, since he was a kid. Right now, he still struggles. So he always. My parents are like the only people that basically lending a hand to him because he says they're godson too. But since they know his story, so they will always try to support him. But sometimes like mm-mm. Sometimes like we try to help you, but you need to help yourself a little bit. Can't really think about the past because he's stuck in the past still. Which I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's easy to. I mean, we told him like I know it's not easy, but try a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's why I seen a lot of things though in 26 years of my life. So that's why I don't judge people who going through because like they can always say, right now you're on top. But anytime you can hit rock bottom, I mean, you can hit lowest point.
Yeah. It's so true. You can literally be at the
Rich 1 second and then poor the other, or poor, or you can be physically healthy and then suddenly you have an accident, you're in a wheelchair,
yeah.
cancer, or whatever disability.
Yeah. You can be at the peak of the mountain, at the pinnacle of the mountain, to
Right.
like literally 1 second to the next, being at the lowest point of it. And vice versa. You can be at the lowest point of the
Get to
mountain,
the top.
be wanting to give up, break, and just let everything go. You stop holding on to this thing called life, and next thing you
Mhm.
know, you are at the top of the mountain again, and you're flying again. You're soaring to new heights and things like that. So um, but and it works both ways. Not both ways, but so yeah, he's stuck around through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm very grateful for it. So one
Yeah.
one lesson I learned is that friends really do become family in the context
Yeah.
of making you feel valued, heard, and appreciated
I would
as
like to add something else. Like for me, like I had two good friends, I had twins, when do you see people have like their two heads think better than one? So I got two friends out of one, basically.
oh, that's cool.
If I'm, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, I
I know
like how you
you're
say that
laughing,
two heads is better than one, and then you brought up the twins. I never heard anyone bring up a conversation like that. That was pretty creative and unique. I like it.
yeah, because it's true. Like I tell you, when me and my cousin were kids, two of us, all together we caused trouble. If it was only us by ourselves at home, we didn't cause anything. But when we were together with my aunt and mom, we're like, you guys always, when you're both here, you guys two heads think better than one. That's why I mentioned it because they always told us that. when you
Yeah.
guys are together, you guys mess around. When you guys are by yourself, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I had two good friends. And during that time, me and my cousin were going our separate ways, basically. I mean,
Mhm.
didn't mean he didn't want to talk to me or didn't care, but obviously that was part of life. Maybe you can understand this because you have Felicia, doing her thing.
You just it just comes with the territory, whether it just comes with the territory of growing and just discovering different things. You get into new
Yeah, and you
hobbies,
guys, you guys
life,
came,
like things
and you
just
guys came in my
happen.
life during that time. You both of you guys and stuff. Because I mean, I still am close with him, but I don't. He's your guys' age, so Omar's your guys' age. So for
Yeah.
me, like it's almost like Team Felicia, that she does her own thing. My cousin is like, even though they're both 27, Felicia is more responsible. He's a little not yet at that moment, being wanting his own family. He's not at that point yet.
Yeah.
Even though my aunt and grandma like, you have to settle down one of these days. He's like, no, no, I don't want to. He's like, I mean, I don't judge him, but I'm like, you need to start out. I tell him I'm worried. I don't know when this kid's gonna settle down. I don't know what he's gonna do with himself. He lives with my aunt, so I'm like, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
when this kid is gonna grow up and find his way to
Mm-hmm.
success.
Hmm. Yeah, some people
And I'm like, I don't mind with it. So that's when you guys came and was like, oh, I have a sibling, I have a brother that I never had, which is you, and I had a sister who's police. I never had siblings. You guys were like my siblings.
yeah.
In other words,
And feelings are mutual too, because like Felicia's little one, she's teaching her to call you uncle. So the feelings mutual in terms of like siblings.
yeah. I think she answered what I sent you. I snapped. I don't know if it was you or her. Did she
No, I haven't,
reply?
I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's probably her because I saw the least I saw my niece with the goat
yeah.
touching it. So right now, I just opened it. So maybe it is her. I'll look at it when we're done. What are some? Now let's go to the third question, the last one before we go to the rapid fire question. What are some real moments, funny or tough, we've been through? We have a lot of funny stories. I mean, let's go one on
Funny.
one. One. Let's go one funny story, one serious. One.
Okay,
What
so
did I say?
one funny one, I would
One
say.
real moment. Okay, I saw the question correctly.
So one funny one, I would say,
You can start one,
man,
and I'll give me time to think. I'm thinking.
I would
Go ahead.
say,
Mm.
soccer. Playing in soccer, and we would have the home tournament. And I remember that we had I think twice, maybe three times. We had the cheerleaders go out there, which was really, really cool. And
Hmm.
a funny moment is I remember when we would drive through the cheerleaders, I made a joke like amongst us. I forgot what it was, but Alfonso was just really, really shy around the girls. Me, I'm like, I'm a ladies'
You
man.
messed.
I don't mean that
You
in a bad
messed.
way for like a future partner of mine, but like, um, like I can't help it. I just have a good sense of humor. Girls like a sense of humor,
Yeah,
and
it's funny. I'm talking about that. My family, everybody's. Let's say I have family where they're players. We can say were they still, even though I'm like, hey, you guys are too old to be muscular. I'm just being real. So it's
yeah,
like funny how I'm not. But I'm like, no, it has caused a lot of trouble, dude. Like basically, those families, I'm like, yeah, you guys have done a lot of damage to a lot of people. That's why we don't talk to you guys because you guys
I,
have
I
caused a
wouldn't
lot.
say I wouldn't say I'm a player. I
No,
mean,
I know what
my
I mean, but I
nickname
just
was that, but
yeah, I
uh,
know. But I'm just
oh,
saying in my case, it's like, yeah, I have a lot of those. I'm like,
yeah.
you guys are kind of, I'm like, you guys wouldn't survive my time, my generation, because you guys are out of control.
Yeah, I just have
You
a
know?
good sense of humor, and
Yeah,
girls
okay,
like
go
that,
ahead,
especially if you
continue.
listen. Girls like that too. So, um,
I learned that from you, and I honestly, I'll say it does work. Now I'm different. That's what I mean by confident. Now I can mess around. Like when I went to Sunny Zero and I was just messing up. I'm like, yeah, I'm a content creator. And some of the stuff were like, are you famous? I'm like, not yet. I'm getting there.
yeah. Now you gotta manifest it, bro. You gotta say, yeah, I'm famous. I'm well known online, and then hooks people's attention.
I'm like, no,
You
they
gotta,
thought it
you gotta
was,
manifest it.
I was like, not yet, but once I said I bring gas, and they're like, oh, you bring me there, all
Or what
interested.
I say, what a lot of people know that I say, especially like I say, within like if I'm like out and about or whatever, people ask me a question and then I'll say like, for example, if someone asked me that, if you were you are you famous? No one's ever asked me that yet. But if someone asks me that, I'll say yes, time just hasn't caught up yet. That's always been my line. I'll say the
Yeah.
answer and then I'll say, time just hasn't caught up yet.
I mean, if I ever become like, you want a picture? Well, I am famous because I forgot to add, I am famous. When I went to the Laker games, I had a lot of people. They're like, are you the one from TV? I'm like, yeah, yes, I was there. I'm like, we won because I caused the win.
What would be your reaction if someone was like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And then what would be your reaction if the girl was like, "Can I sit on your lap while we take a picture?" I don't mean
Hey,
that in a sexualized way, for context
as
and
long as
transparency.
long as you don't sue me,
Yeah, as long as you don't
I
sue me, that's funny.
bro, you know how it is right now. A lot of crazy things are happening to athletes. There have
Yeah.
been athletes who, a fan asked her for a picture, and then they're accusing them. Oh, she touched me, and the picture shows. I don't know which fans be like. I don't know what she's talking about because in no way he's taking a picture like every fan, and they're like, fans are like, he's not touching you in any way. You're just making that stuff up because obviously we see his hands, they're up, so he's not touching you anywhere. So, I mean, if
Yeah.
the person wants a picture like that, I'm like, yeah, I mean, as long as you don't, I mean, as long as you're cool with it, I'll take picture, I'll be nice.
Yeah, I'll be nice.
I will. I'm like, if you want that picture like that, I'm okay with it. I mean, if you're cool with it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that unfortunately when you do have money, especially if you're in the public eye,
Hmm.
there's a lot of allegations that go on with sexual harassments. And
Yeah,
it's
so
sad
that's why I'm
because
like,
it ruins a person's reputation, whether
even when
if
they
it's
don't do
factual
anything,
or
so I
not. And
mean,
people don't care about facts nowadays. They just care about about the most trendable headline, which is unfortunate. But there are some, where it is legitimate and there are people that, that do that, which is it's sad. And
yeah,
then they
yeah. For me, like
utilize
I
what I
wouldn't
just
do that.
shared, to their benefit, which is
I know you're
unfortunate.
just joking around, but I mean, if the person wants a picture like that, I'm like, I mean, if you're okay with it, if you don't have an issue, with it, if you're cool with it, I'm open to it, because I
Yeah,
mean, you're obviously it's an honor that you want a picture with me or an autograph. But I mean,
yeah,
if you want a picture like that, I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, if you are okay with it, or any of the people you're with, I'm like, if they're fine with it, I don't have an issue.
yeah. Now, what if it was a guy?
Man, I'm like, hey, what do you? I'll ask him first. I'm like, hey, she wants the picture. Like, I don't know what you think. I'm like, she wants the picture. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you guys. I don't know how your relationship is. I don't know if it's, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys do things. So, I mean, if that was me, I'm like, no. Because if it was the other way around, they'd be like, oh no, you can't take a picture with that artist. It's a female artist. I mean, if you think about it, if the other way around.
oh, this is funny. I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
honestly just having fun
your
right now.
question too. Come on, you asked some funny question too. I'm giving you a funny, interesting answer.
And the second part was a hard moment, right? A hard lesson. What was the
No, no,
second
wait, we
question
have to go back to the story you were saying
about?
before
Wait,
we
which
lost
one?
about about when we were like
Oh, about the cheerleaders and stuff.
yeah, because right
So
now, like I'm telling you, right
I,
now I'm off the chart. You can see I'm like different.
I would
I probably
always
wouldn't answer like that.
I would always make jokes, nothing bad, for transparency. I want to be transparent as possible.
Nah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
I'd always
go
make
for it.
jokes where, like, hey Alfonso, like, who do you like on the cheerleading team? And sure, yeah, there's a lot of cuties
I
on the
mean, I
team.
won't deny
Yeah,
that. I mean, back
I mean,
then
my
maybe,
friends
yeah,
even know that, I mean, they
yeah.
they they
I,
kind of
I
know.
can agree that because my cousin has a lot of friends. I'm like, he knows already. They know. But I mean, I'm always cool with them. Like, oh, you want to take a shot with them? I'm like, yeah, with my
Yeah.
cousin friends. That's
But
why
but
I'm.
Alfonso was just very shy, not just around
Yeah,
the cheerleading, but just
yeah,
around girls in
there.
general. And me, I was always the opposite,
I
like
think it's some, yeah,
there's
but I
10
think,
girls and 10 guys, put me in the middle of the 10 girls, nothing
yeah,
crazy like that, people
yeah,
can use
but
words and
yeah,
stuff,
but
but
it almost has connection with what I was saying, isolating from people, because I felt like they always treat me like, oh, he has a disability. They don't treat me like who I actually am, you know?
yeah. And I'm
So,
just
but
I'm
I,
just fortunate, that the people like, we're talking about high school here and cheerleaders and or just high school in general. And I'm just fortunate that the girls never focused or seen too much about the wheelchair, and they kind of just treated
yeah,
it as
like I
anyone
can
else.
tell you that.
And
Yeah, at first I always doubted that. You know, it was self-doubt, honestly. It was more like, I don't know, I'm probably never talked about it like that, but now that I'm 26, I thought it was self-doubt. Now it's like I'm comfortable with anybody, and stuff. Interview anybody, I'm comfortable with anybody, We
yeah,
can have great conversations now, you
yeah,
know, with anybody,
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so I'm
And then
not
the
like the
second
same
the second
person.
part was what was the second part?
You can continue the story. I mean, my bad. I'm
But no,
interrupting to you.
I mean that's pretty much it. It was just a funny moment where anytime we're around the girls, I'd always try to um have Alfonso join in on the conversation or come around us, and he
Yeah.
would just
Honestly, people
get really
probably
shy
wouldn't
like
be.
that, or hey, do you think she's cute, or things like that.
Hey,
And
there's something you don't know. When I went to Vegas, I took a picture with two. You know how they have those people?
oh yeah, on Hollywood, I think, right? Or Hollywood Walk of
No,
Fame or something like that.
Vegas.
Or Vegas, the Vegas Strip.
Yeah, I did. He
Yeah.
told you like if you saw. I'm like, I don't think I sent you that picture. If you saw that, like you're gonna be like, he's different there.
Bro, you should actually well, I mean,
I
I don't
did
know what
posted
the photo
it.
looks like.
I posted it on Instagram on my actual profile. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah. I probably did. I can't remember.
No, I have it, but
But
I
I
haven't.
mean, you went to Vegas years ago too, though, so
Yeah, I was
it's
18.
been a minute.
Imagine that. Yeah, so imagine 18 and yeah, you probably when you saw that picture, you were like, oh, this has to be fake. 'Cause I don't think he'll do it. I was
That's
down to
funny.
do it. Like, I'm in Vegas. I know how it is. Now I'm like, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Yeah. It's just
So
funny
I
moments, Seeing Alfonso around
I
girls
honestly took a
is just
picture with
it's just
all
funny
the
to me.
Lakers cheerleaders. Remember when I went to make a wish with the Lakers?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I took a
that was a pretty cool experience for you.
Yeah, I took a picture with all the cheerleaders,
That's
Lakers
tight.
cheerleader, and like you were probably like, wasn't he? They're not gonna believe your story. Like, wasn't he not able to take be around them, and how he took with the Lakers?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
how
I'm like,
what actually what made you more comfortable what made you more comfortable?
fun fact. It's a fun fact. Do you know the Lakers were the first team to have actual cheerleaders?
Oh, were they really?
Yeah, because they didn't allow it for some reason. They only allow high school and college basketball to have cheerleader. Professional, no. The owner were like, you guys wanna. He thought about strategy like if men want to sit and watch the cheerleader, I'll charge you more to sit down up, in the front row seat. So it was
Oh
basically a
wow.
business strategy. So I'm like, I have to take picture with history.
Wow. I never ever knew that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I have to take a picture. I mean, I don't have it on frame yet. I have the frame. I just need to print the picture out. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, so now I'm like, I'm down to take a picture with anybody.
that's cool, dude.
Yeah, I mean, just to, I've changed. I don't know what you think. Have I changed or not? Or do you think I'm
Yeah, it
still the
changed a
same?
lot. Again,
I mean,
like I
your
said
opinion,
earlier,
actual opinion, I don't want you to joke around with it. I mean, you can mess around at the end if you
no,
want,
like I
but
mean, like I was talking about mentioned how I mentioned earlier how you were like really, really shy and stuff. And like now, well, one, I only went to Fresno City with you for a little bit. And you were still shy during that time. I never, I didn't go to stay with you, so I wasn't there for like that development or
no, like honestly,
confidence era. You know what I mean?
yeah, honestly, I had to work with a lot of students, guys and girls, when we were in math class, so I got used to them. So I
But
work with different people.
I can't say our most recent. I don't. I was going to say encounter, but encounter is not the right word. The most recent event that we both attended together was for the baby's first birthday party, and you were actually really, really social. You were pretty talkative and stuff.
I talked with your
So you
cousin
there was
on
like a
your birthday.
big difference.
on your
Oh, my birthday
birthday.
as well. That's right.
I
My
talked with
birthday
your
this year as
cousin,
well.
that, yeah, I know I know her dad passed away. I did message you saying, can you tell
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, we appreciate that. It's
Yeah,
in
so I mean, she was
fortunate
cool. So I mean, you
circumstances.
saw that I talk with I talk with my cousin friends, some of them, not everybody. The ones
Yeah,
that know me, I mean, the ones that see me a lot, the ones that don't, I'm like, I'm his cousin. I mean, I
yeah,
take a shot with them, interact with them, then I go back to my table.
yeah,
So I move around, so I'm not sitting. I sit still when I get there because they're like nobody. They're just adults. I'm like, I can just sit here.
yeah.
I talk with every family member, like, how are you guys doing? This and that. But they have to
Yes,
come to my
it's
table.
a huge transformation with this guy. Like right now, if 10 years ago I was like, "Hey, bro, would you be down to start a YouTube channel?" He would be like, "Absolutely not," kind of mentality, you know, because he was shy at the
Yeah,
time. You
I
know what I mean?
wouldn't. But yeah, I told you I can be talkative and stuff. Like now you like sports. I'm like, oh, we down. If it's about drinking, I'm in. Tell me what you guys like to drink, and I'm down. I'm just messing with you. Not,
That's
I only
funny.
do it when it's social time.
I
I
remember
don't
when
do it.
me and Alfonso went to the restaurant together, and like I we personally well, I can't speak for him, but I personally don't drink all the time. It's personally rare I'll have a drink.
I
Uh,
drink once right now. Right now, like you probably don't know this, but I've been sick with my stomach, so I haven't really been doing anything. But I've been fine.
you're still going through that?
Now this time it was me. It wasn't the medication. I ate something that got me sick.
Oh, I got you. I got
But
you.
I'm getting better because I'm taking over the counter medication, so I'm better. So that's why I'm not
Yeah,
drinking right now until,
that's what I thought because I remember I asked you that like a few months back, and you're like, "Oh, everything's fine," and
yeah, but I mean, it's
yeah,
fine. It's not that aggressive. It's different. This time I feel better. It
yeah,
went away quick, like a day or two. So I'm like, guys, I'm slowly getting back to myself. But that was
yeah,
me. It wasn't the man. I ate something. I ate too much spicy food.
yeah.
That was on me. So anyway, yeah, continue about the restaurant.
But oh yeah, so at the talking about a restaurant is first restaurant together, we're ordering a drink. And I was like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" And the first time, he actually couldn't because again, he was dealing with some medical stuff behind the scenes. So but our first time we went to the restaurant and we had a drink together. I was like, "Oh, you should get a Shirley Temple." And everyone knows if you order a Shirley Temple, it sounds like a cocktail, but there's no alcohol in it. And I said it as a joke because I mean, if he's not gonna know any better. I didn't know any better when someone brought it up to my attention. And
Honestly, you
so I
can't
thought that
lie
was
to
pretty
me.
funny.
'Cause you can't lie to me. I have the expert at home, which is my cousin Omar. That's why I know the drinks. I'm like, this kid got me into it. I
Yeah,
mean, that's why I call him the expert. I'm messing with him. I'm like, you're the expert here. Like, yeah, I'm the expert. Yeah, yeah, okay.
that's funny.
Probably I'll see him this week, and hopefully,
Yeah, tell him I said hi. He's a cool
yeah,
dude. I
hopefully,
haven't seen him in a minute.
it's his dad's birthday this week. But they haven't said anything, so I don't know if they're doing anything or no. So I don't know yet. If
Yeah.
But anyway, about the restaurant, I know you were just joking. I'm like, yeah, Victor's up to no good right there.
Yeah, it was fun. I think we had like two drinks. They weren't really strong either though. But but
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
going back, told you I changed a lot.
Yeah, so definitely
Going
was
back to
to
the
go from shy to, being talkative now. I think too what really helps really helps you now is you started a YouTube channel and then now you started a podcast, not just with me, but prior to us doing this, you interview guests and people. So I think that really helps you get outside of your comfort zone as well. Because
Yeah,
you have exposure.
I found like I always, look at the people's vibe. And I'm like, if I can tell, like when the person wants to have when it's like, can you leave me alone? I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
That's when I
When someone wants to like cut it off or
I try to read it.
speak.
Like I read it. I'm like a quarterback. I always tell my I'm like a quarterback. I need to read the defense. Basically, read the person. I'm very well at reading people. I'm like, oh, this person acts. I mean, this person acts like that. I'm like, even though I don't know them, I'm like, I have a feeling this person is this and that.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, let's go to. Oh wait, that was the last one. Now let's finish. Let's wrap this up.
Cool.
We have three rapid fire questions. Who's more stubborn, you or me? If
I
any.
would
I
think
don't
me.
that's yeah, I don't think yeah, I don't think so. I
I'm
don't think
pretty,
none of
anyone who
us.
knows me, I'm pretty stubborn. But
Yeah,
that comes with that's actually a good thing. You know, depending how you look at it, everything's a matter of perspective. I'm very, very stubborn to quit. So, I think that's a good thing out of it, right?
I mean, I won't quit. Even I'll deal with the pain. Maybe I'm stubborn when it comes to pain. I can
Yeah.
feel like with the stomach, I try to play it out. I'm like, I can handle this pain,
Yeah.
but
Dude,
then it
I'm
gets
like
too serious.
I'm like the exact same thing. Well, you mentioned pain, and pain made me think about health is like I downplay a lot so much where I literally collapsed at home when I'm like having pneumonia and collapsed lung. I didn't know it
Yeah,
at
I
the
know.
time, but I
I
wasn't
call
feeling
it
good and I
I call it
collapsed.
Kobe mentality. I call it Mamba mentality. Kobe's mentality.
It's,
He
it's
used to play through. He used to play through injuries. Sick,
yeah,
temperature, all that stuff. So
you,
they
you
call
got
him crazy. Like you played through all that. I'm like he's like yeah, I played through all that.
yeah. You got to be stubborn in the context of like, still show up regardless of, what
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean
you're
his
going through.
finger broke
That's
once
what
in
I
a
mean by
game.
stubborn.
Yeah, one time in the game his finger broke. And they put it back. They popped it back in because he didn't want to have surgery. He's like no, I'll play through it. So that's
Dang,
why I'm
I
like
didn't know that.
every injury. He's like that's part of the fact. He's like any surgery. I'm not gonna do it right now. Oh,
Yeah.
this one injury. Who's funnier? I'll say you. That trophy goes to you. The award goes to
That
Victor.
trophy goes to you. Oh,
I
the way
mean,
you
it's
said
true.
it was funny, bro.
I mean, we have to entertain the guests. We can't be all serious. I
That
mean, you want
was
me to go back to seriousness? I'll switch. Okay, let's go back and do this whole thing again.
no, that was comical. That was pretty hilarious. You said
We
the
have to.
trophy goes to you.
I mean, of course. I mean,
Oh,
if I interview all your family, man, they're all gonna say you. They're all gonna vote you. I don't
that's
think there's
funny.
anyone who's gonna beat you there. I mean, I don't know if there's somebody. I don't know if you know.
That's funny.
So,
I'm actually going to make a video after this and say, if you have a sense of humor, you will vote for me for Entrepreneur of Impact.
I'm down for it. I'll vote. You got my vote.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, I have one more question, last rapid fire before we wrap this up. One word to describe our friendship. You go first. The co-host has to go first. Because I'm gonna take forever, I think.
One word to describe our friendship, brotherhood.
Okay, okay. I think I'll go with the same one, honestly. Having, being the only child, but a friendship turned to, I got a brother and a sister out of it. So I think, yeah, brotherhood and yeah, for us, it's not, but I got two, a
Yeah.
brother and a sister. That's how I see
You
it.
got, you got a 2-for-1 package.
Yeah, one funnier than the other one. I'm sorry, police.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
but two good people at the end of the day.
Yeah. We appreciate that.
All right, so that's been another episode on Unfiltered with Reyes well,
Victor Guerra, aka Victor the Inspiration Online.
and MD Warrior or Muscular Dystrophy Warrior, whichever it's easier. I'll give you guys two options.
Yeah.
Uh, hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share and vote for us. The links will be in the
Do you
description.
want to share your screen and actually show them your page really quick?
Yeah, hold on, guys. I'll show you my page. I
Yeah,
almost
you should do that.
forgot.
You have to promote.
I am promoting. That's
Okay.
why I'm number 8.
I almost forgot. That's why I'm on him. That's why I'm
Yeah,
on him
yeah, I
like
know,
that.
I know. I know. Sorry about that,
Yeah.
y'all.
Unless you're doing like interviews with like guests and stuff. I mean, me, it's different. But if you're doing
Yeah,
like
I know.
interviews with guests, I mean, I wouldn't do it personally,
Yeah,
but
'cause here,
it's up
this
to
is
you.
my page, you guys. I'm currently number 8. To advance to the next round, I have to be in the top 20, which I'm currently 8, and I would
You
like to be.
you can see everybody you're competing against, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you just got to click in their group and then it brings up
Yeah,
everybody.
this is what I wrote you guys. Who or what is your inspiration business? How do you stay motivated? What would you do with $25,000? Then here you can vote every day for free. You can donate 10 if you want to vote 10 votes. But you can vote free every day. And here's some of my pictures that I use. I think these are the best pictures I have, to be honest. So yeah, guys, go and support it. Uh, it's on my Instagram at Muscular Dystrophy Warrior. You guys, that's where my link's at. Just hit the link in my bio and just find the Entrepreneur of Impact link. So I have several links on there. All my other social media you guys can find me at. Well, it's gonna be the first thing it pops up, I think. So yeah, guys, hope you guys vote and help me make it to the next round because the job ain't done yet.
Yeah, I love it. The first process of elimination round is April 2nd. So
Second, so
vote
please
daily. It's
vote,
free and it takes 10
vote
seconds.
daily. I'm gonna remind you guys every day. So I have already created a short reminding you guys, which
Yeah.
I need to upload in tomorrow or today. And you guys don't forget to comment, share, and don't forget your disability doesn't define you. Until next time.